book lovers, it's Jenny at Julia Baby Jen's Reading Room, and this is the Bedtime Book
Singing a
Tag.
sad song. Oh, it's cold, sleeping in this bed alone. Oh, I just wanna let
Alright,
you
I was
know.
tagged by Little Red of Little Red Reader. I will link her channel below. This is a really fun little tag, and yes, I'm wearing my PJs for the Bedtime Book Tag, of course. Number 1 on the Bedtime Book Tag, book that kept you up all night reading. Catching Fire by Suzanne Collins. I was so into this book. It's my favorite of the trilogy, and I stayed up till really late to finish this book. I think 4 or 5 in the morning, if I remember right. So, yep, this is it. What is a book that made you scared to go to sleep? I can only think of one that really, really scared me, and it was this one, The Diviners by Libba Bray. Oh my goodness, this is the creepiest book I've ever read, and it's so good. I loved this book. But yes, it gave me complete and utter chills. It's just an unbelievably creepy book. What is a book that puts you to sleep? Beautiful Chaos by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. This is the 3rd book in the Beautiful Creatures series, and I love the series, but this book was really hard to get through. I'm glad I did because the last book was amazing, so I'm glad I powered through this book, but it was so not what I wanted to be happening was happening. It was just getting so long-winded, and it has a purpose. It sets things up for the next book, but it wasn't that great of a book. So it was this one. A book that kept you tossing and turning all night with the anticipation of its release. I thought of 2 off the top of my head, and I don't have either one with me because I both checked them out from the library. City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare. The last book, we had to wait 2 years for that book. So that one, yeah, I really wanted to read that. And then Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins, which I just read, and again had to wait about 2 years for that book too. So those are the 2 that first came to mind when I thought of that. What book has your dream boyfriend? Easy. The Girl of Fire and Thorns, Hector. Love Hector. What book would be your worst nightmare to live in? Actually, this book. I know everybody picks dystopians, and yes, those would be nightmares too, but I would hate living in this society. This is a society that where men are in control, women are considered brainless idiots, and do not have many options open to them. There's a lot of censorship on things like reading. You have to constantly keep up appearances to not be suspected of being an evil witch if you're a girl. And more than likely, who you will marry will be some old guy, just gross. I mean, yeah, I would hate to live in this world. I feel so sorry for Kate in this series. I love this series, but yes, I would hate living in this world. What is a book that reminds you of nighttime? Well, the entire House of Night series reminds me of nighttime because they take place mostly at night. It is about these vampires at this vampire school, so it's, they're up all night. So this whole series. What book had a nightmarish cliffhanger? Insurgent by Veronica Roth. As soon as I finished this book, I was like, oh my god, mind-blowing revelation at the end of this, and then it stops and we had to wait a year for Allegiant, which the thing is with that is I never really got my cliffhanger resolved. I don't think. The last book just was not epic enough for me. So yes, I'm still have a nightmare cliffhanger with this book. What is a book you actually dreamed about? The only one that came to mind, I might have dreamed about more, but the one that came to mind was Twilight. I have dreamed about Twilight a lot, actually. I don't know why, and none of the dreams make any sense at all. But yeah, I dream a lot of times that I'm Bella, so I couldn't tell you why. What is a book monster that you would not want to find under your bed? That would be Sauron from the Immortal Rules trilogy, the evil sadistic vampire. There is no way I would ever want to be within a 1,000-mile radius of this creature. Very, very evil. Yes, would not want him under my bed. Alright, that's it. That is the bedtime book tag. At this point, I would tag someone, and I honestly don't know who has not done this. Yeah, I really don't know. So I'll have to look that up, and I will tag someone in the captions at the end. If you haven't done this one and want to do it, feel free. It's a really fun tag. Well, that's it for me. I hope you guys have a great day or a great evening, and I will talk to you later.
I've been
Bye.
living in denial, trying to raise a smile. Life is picking on me. Looking at your pictures, who's that girl with you? She ain't a